Hello, namaste, assalam walaikum, sat sri akal, kem cho, kasa kai, kero hal hai. So guys, welcome back to another episode of SNU Amplified, where it is real, raw and unfiltered. So guys, here is your host and दोस्त ओम कुमार झा aka OKJ. So आज के जो हमारे गेस्ट हैं उन्हें हम नाम और काम दोनों से ही बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छे से जानते हैं. So without further delay, please welcome to our pretty boss Rituparna ma'am, who is also the head of the Department of Center for Corporate and Career Advancement, and our campus Sherlock, Arindam sir from the Mass Comm department. Hello ma'am, hello sir, how are you guys doing so far?
Good. Till now.
Yeah,
How
so
are you?
I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine, ma'am.
Very
so,
good.
Like आज के जो मतलब हमारे कुछ क्वेश्चंस हो सकते हैं तो उस हिसाब से आपके मूड के बारे में थोड़ा जान सकता हूँ मैं. लाइक कैसा आप लोगों का मूड, बिकॉज गुस्सा आ सकता है शायद.
नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. आज मूड बहुत अच्छा है, रेनी है, ब्रिजी है.
चलिए तब ठीक. मैम आपका?
बिल्कुल.
तो
आपका क्या हाल है?
हमारा तो ठीक है.
अगर गुस्सा आए तो आप टैकल कर लोगे ना?
जी एकदम. मेरे को तो पास होते हुए देखना है ना खुद को, तो उस हिसाब से देखना ही पड़ेगा.
Then it's sorted.
चलिए तब तो ठीक ही है. तो अब तो शुरू करते हैं विदाउट एनी टाइम वेस्ट के. सो सर, आई रियली वांट टू स्टार्ट विथ यू फर्स्ट. सो लाइक what is something like you hated at your time when you were in college, but you just defend that in your like professor era right now, like, so what it is?
Oh, there are a lot of things that I hated when I was in college. I hated exams. I hated I won't say hate is a very strong word.
True.
I would say that yeah, we all wanted to breeze through college without exams, but exam is a part of life and we learnt it, and thankfully we had great teachers who told us the importance of exams, and today where we are is because of them and the exams we gave, and that's the reason I defend it very strongly now, that all your CAs, all your mid-sems, all your projects and papers and NSEMs are equally important, because that is your gateway to the next part of your life.
So ma'am, like according to you?
Well, I quite resonate the same, because I think we both belong to the same fraternity of, college, where discipline was very important.
Which college you guys are from, like?
Okay, sir.
We are neighbors actually.
Sir is from St. Xavier's and I'm from Loreto.
Okay.
So in a system where discipline is the last word, and I honestly feel college or education is just a process that you have to go through, but nevertheless it's a process.
True.
Like sir said, you have your projects, midsem exams, assignments. These are a part of your growing up, right? You have come to the college to achieve something, right?
Yes.
So if without doing that, you simply come and make reels and go home, then what is it that you are achieving? That is something you can do from home also or anywhere. What is the point in coming to an educational institution? So we come from a background where you are surrounded with fathers and nuns and sisters. For us, and I think sir is also a 70s kid, for us discipline was the last word.
Okay, so like you guys are very disciplined in your like college time or school life.
Well, what I want to mean is that the surrounding was so conducive that we had no other choice but to be disciplined, because we understood.
So you guys were forcefully disciplined, right?
No, I would say I'll tell you what. We were disciplined in the sense that we put our heart out when we organized a fest. We put our heart out when we went for a debate. We put our heart out when we did music jamming. We had a music band. We put our heart out equally when we were doing our studies. So that's also a kind of discipline that I'm talking about.
Okay.
So that's the kind of discipline that we had. And believe me, we were extremely disciplined with our friendship, with falling in love, falling out of love, in our studies, in our extracurricular, because if you do not have a basic discipline in life,
Right.
you don't do anything.
True.
And being disciplined is, I tell my students in the class that I believe in complete democracy. So everyone has the right to talk, and same way everyone has the right to stay quiet when a class is being taken.
Absolutely.
So use your democratic right and be quiet.
I got you.
So that is also a discipline.
Yeah, absolutely. So like आप लोग के टाइम में आपने बोला जैसे एक बैंड था आप लोगों का, so like it's more over like you are the head of the band or something, like, or you are just part of it.
See, there was nothing called head.
Yeah.
It was more like a round table where we all shared. It's a shared past. Whenever I look back at college, I do not think of college as me. I think of college as we.
Okay.
Because
That's a
we
good
made very good friends, and those friends have survived even today. See, I passed my college when you were not born. So 93 I passed my college. So 93, now it's 2025, and still our friends, we are still friends. We still meet, say,
good.
once in a month.
That's a blessing.
We
when
have
you
a
got
get
long
together.
friendship.
So there is nothing called a leader of the band, or means I did plays, I still do plays. So it didn't matter who directed a play or who acted in it. What mattered was we did it together. And this playing as a team is what I see is missing today. Here everyone wants to lead.
Yeah, individuality.
You
is-
don't
yeah.
say that I am a leader. You become a leader by public opinion. If you really have leadership qualities in you, people will make you your leader. They'll make you your voice. So I never went out and said, "Oh, I want to be leader." But I was the social secretary of St. Xavier's for 5 years. So that means around 3,500, 4,000 students voted for me to be
That's
the
a
social
lot.
secretary. So that is what I'm saying, that you do not have to put yourself forward and over people. Be with the people. If you are really that good, people will push you to the front.
Absolutely.
And leadership is all about taking everybody
Along.
else along.
Okay.
You put the people forward.
So at
That's
that
how you become a leader.
yeah. So at that time, so you guys are saying so unity is the best thing you guys can say.
Absolutely.
Right
Yes,
now,
if you can put
individuality
it
is
in,
just taking place instead
Absolutely.
of
I
So, ma'am-
was in my college. I was the secretary of SPICMACE. Probably you do not know, Society for Promotion of Indian Classical Music and Dance. So I was in my college for 3 years, and I was the secretary. So it was never about me doing anything or the head of the group doing anything. It was always we followed this system, united we stand. And if anybody was, say, the dramatics club, if somebody else was, we were always hand in hand to provide our help. It was always a teamwork. It has always been like that, and both of us feel that that is how things work. Individually, you cannot achieve anything.
Absolutely. And so like so at your time there was no Instagram, there was no social media that much. You guys have just emails and all. So right now okay, you guys don't have email that time. Yeah, you have absolutely. So अभी के टाइम में जैसे कि Instagram and Facebook is taking place, so do you guys feel any of the trends which you see today is like makes you feel this is like something which I can't understand, but still I'll just go with the flow, like okay, fine.
No, there's nothing that I don't understand, but I choose sometimes not to go with it. That's number one. Number two is I have no regrets that we didn't have Instagram and emails in our times. Actually, we are very blessed that we didn't have it. The fact that we have it now, we use it as a part of technology, but that is not life.
True.
That is just a part of life. I use it as a means, as a professional means to an end, and I have no beef with anything that's modern, anything that's changing. I have accepted it, and it's part of my life, and I move on with it. But if you ask me if I am with or without a trend, I would say a trend is good as long as it's a trend. The trend tends to become bad when the trend becomes your life. So you treat it as a trend and you move on with it and you evolve with the trend. So today there is before, at first there was Orkut. So Orkut came, it was a fad, everyone did Orkut, then Orkut disappeared, then came Facebook, now it's Instagram, then it would be something else. So some things will come, things will go, but what should remain constant is your thirst to know, to evolve, and to move on with it and not look back. So as far as I'm concerned, for me, technology is not a way of life, it's just a part of life to make life easier. So anything that's tech, I'm very curious, I'm an ego weaver, I continuously try to evolve, so I do certificate courses, I learn how things happen, and that's it. Yeah.
So ma'am, what's your point? Like, have you seen anything जो कि समझ नहीं आता, like still you go with that?
Okay, there's something very funny I would like to share.
Sure.
See, going with the trend is something you don't understand maybe, or my students have to help me in understanding time. So sometimes when I enter a class, I quite see this,
Sign,
the sign.
Yeah, BTS sign. Yeah.
So I quite understand that, previously at that point in time I never understood, but then my students helped me to understand that this is a way of making me understand or feel that you have my heart. Okay, now I then went back and I quite did a little bit of research and I understood that this is an influence of the Korean drama.
Yeah.
Right? And this BTS band is there and all that. I felt good that my students wanted to make me understand that I have their heart. But it's not something I would follow if I have to tell my students and I would like to, give this sign. But nevertheless, it makes me updated. They keep me updated. Then there are a lot of acronyms like Delulu, Talk to You Later, TTL,
TTYL. Yeah.
TTYL.
Yeah.
So these are things we never had it, at our point in time. But nevertheless, I am curious to know, like Sir said, technology and all these things, they are a part of life, a minuscule part of life. It is supposed to make our life easy. But if that becomes my life, then there is a serious problem.
Is a problem. Exactly.
So these are few trends I find it funny. There's always a learning for us, sir.
Absolutely.
We keep on learning.
Yeah. So that's a very interesting thing. Like, you guys are mutually sharing knowledge with your students and students are getting knowledge
Absolutely.
from you.
We learn from the students as well. There's a lot to learn. We are no more teachers in today's age. We are facilitators.
So like you always treat your students as like very, very like genuine way, like you are just behaving with them like a friend or something?
See, you need to understand something. There has to be a thin line. I hope you understand the difference between the word freedom and liberty. Okay?
Yeah.
So I am, as a facilitator, I am supposed to be overlooking into the fact that you are taken care of, your back is covered. If you are doing anything that needs correction, and I should be pointing it out. But I feel that there should be a thin line. That line cannot merge. You are still my student. Once you pass out, you are into a job, then only you become my friend. What I mean is, you already have friends. You don't have to make me a friend. I should be friendly.
Yeah, I got you.
Right? I can be friendly, but I cannot be your friend right now.
Got you.
That's my point of view.
Okay. That's a very good one. So like Saran ma'am, I am very curious to know like about this one. do you guys know very well right now dance, drama, and other co-curricular activities taking place everywhere and getting like the stage, but the sports and all are not that well recognized in this time. So do you feel like anything like you could share on this?
Where? Means you mean this university?
In SNU or?
In SNU or all over also?
No.
No.
Absolutely
Why
no.
don't agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think SNU supports sports more than any other university. That's number one. We have two very good coaches for cricket and football, and we participate in inter-college football and cricket competition. Even the teachers have a winter cricket carnival. So we have a basketball court where students play basketball regularly. You can say yes, indoor sports, maybe we do not have a table tennis board or a carom board, but that's happening very soon, that I've heard. So even that would be there. As far as sports is concerned, I think Techno India has a football team that has now moved into Premier League, and it's doing pretty well. They have a boys team and a girls team. So, and I think our university promotes sports as a way of life. You will not find a yoga room and a gym in many colleges.
Yeah, we have one.
So fitness is a part of the regime that the university promotes. While it promotes art and culture, it also promotes sports. I think it's a very balanced university as far as we are concerned.
We have a dedicated sports university.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming up.
I mean, if you have heard about it, it's coming up. And it's going to be a dedicated sports university. So, of course, a lot of emphasis is laid on sports and art and culture.
Okay, so that's a very balanced one.
Yes.
Okay. So right now, you know very well, recent Instagram trends are going on and influencers are giving some fashion statements and the fashion senses. So do you feel while looking at some point, yeah, they are just doing this and that fashion sense, and still you feel I'm from a different planet or something after just looking out to them?
Looking at the influencers
or the fashion statements you got on?
That was always like that. Fashion statements were always like that. Can you believe that you'll walk in the street like Spider-Man? No.
Of course not.
Have you ever been to a fashion week? You see the weird dresses that they bring out. All those are based out of certain themes, You should be seeing a couple of movies, to begin with, The Devil Wears Prada. Look what a fashion magazine and what fashion is. So I never feel out of place when I see them. It's just a trend, it's just a theme that they're trying to promote. As far as social influencers are concerned, I like a few of them. I quite like a few of them because they talk sense. Even their comedies are well meant and well structured. And then there are some social influencers who only survive on roasting. I do not subscribe to that. Very simply because you are not perfect. So you have no right to point a finger at someone else all the time. Okay, so that is my only opinion about social influencers, and frankly speaking, they're not a very important part of my life. Means they're just like a passing shot.
Yeah, they just exist.
Yeah, they exist in their own planet. They are from another planet. We are from the earth.
Got you, sir. Very good one.
Yeah.
So, what about you, ma'am? What's your
Well,
thought?
I don't exactly understand, Om, if you are asking about social influencers at large, which exist in the society, or if you're talking about social influencers that we have in the college. But
you can take it as in college.
Okay,
Because
since
you see
Sir answered something,
In
which
general.
is
In general,
general
yeah.
and about social influencers that exist. But when it comes to social influencers of the university, there are certain pages, certain handles I have looked through. I honestly feel their sexuality is very fluid, and the way they take up things it's little loud, it's little crass. But at the same time, having said that, I also see there are students who are very independent, who value independence. They are earning a living, they support themselves, they are extremely creative, and they are adding value to their life. When you look through their handle, it gives me immense pride that, as a young woman or a man of maybe 18 to 20s, what can be the age, they still think so independently, and they support themselves.
They're taking care of them.
They're taking care of themselves. That makes me, feel very proud. But at the same time, there's always a balance. I mean, you will find positive and negative everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's how it is.
Okay. So I got you. So like now there is a very interesting thing I really want to ask. It's my personal question, by the way. So why 75% attendance is treated like a crime? Like if there is no 75 attendance percent, like so then you are just taking like in somewhere else and getting the HOD and other things. So like what do you think?
You're
So
walking into a trap.
So I want to put it on record that Om, na?
Yeah.
Yes.
That Om has a problem with 75% attendance.
No,
He wants to increase
Here
it to
it is.
85% because he thinks that 75% is too less in
Too less.
attendance, and it should be 85%, and students should be there in the classes and should not bunk classes. And I agree with you, Om, completely. This is a very
So
good
if you-
proposal that you have
so if
put
you want,
forward
then I can just skip
for
the
the university. And 75% attendance is, see, 25% attendance that you have been given out, other than the Sundays and the Saturdays when you don't come to college, it accounts for almost 1.5 months of the semester. अरे है ही 5 महीने का सेमेस्टर, 1.5 महीने नहीं आ रहे हो, कम से कम 2.5 महीने तो आओगे.
सर आते तो है सर.
वही ना, क्लास में आओगे, वही मैं कह रहा हूँ, टपरी पे नहीं.
नहीं सर.
ठीक है ना.
ठीक
तो
है सर.
ये एक है. और 2 है कि अगर क्लासेस मिस करोगे तो टीचर्स जो पढ़ा रहे हैं तो वो मिस करोगे, तो उसका नतीजा ये होगा कि तुम्हारा CA खराब होगा. तो CA खराब होगा तो तुम्हारा CGPA खराब होगा. तो CGPA खराब होगा तो तुम अच्छे नौकरी नहीं कर पाओगे, तो तुम्हारा रोजगार खराब होगा. और 10 साल बाद जब तुम शादी वादी कर लोगे तब तुम घूस लेने लगोगे, क्योंकि तुम्हारा उतना सैलरी नहीं है जितना दरकार है, या फिर कलश भरेगा तुम्हारा फैमिली में. तो ये सारा सोचो कि 10 साल बाद क्या होने वाला है तुम्हारे साथ. तुम्हारा जीवन वो बनने वाला है जो मैं कह नहीं रहा हूँ. ठीक है. तो इफ इट हैपेंस दैट वे, उससे बेहतर ये है ना कि 75% क्लासेस कर लें, रिजल्ट्स अच्छा बनने,
एकदम से.
तो बाकी का जीवन सही चलेगा.
जी जी जी
है ना.
एकदम.
और तुम्हारा प्रपोजल में डाल दूंगा
नहीं
कि
सर,
उसको
आंसर मिल गया
85% कर
सर.
देते हैं.
एकदम आंसर मिल गया सर. कोई प्रपोजल नहीं है सर. एकदम. थैंक यू.
I'll take, forward little bit, Om.
श्योर मैम.
See, you must be responsible for the choices you make in life,
या
right? If the choice is yours, then the consequence is also yours.
एब्सोल्युटली.
तो आपको 75% रह के आपको क्या मिल रहा है? What are the gains and what are the negatives? You are wise enough to understand that. Then you decide whether you want to stay or you want to stay longer. What is it that you want to do out of life? Like sir said, na, 10 years further, how do you see yourself? So then you work accordingly to that. Right?
Yes.
So the best thing is you must decide about your choices in life. What is it that you want?
गॉट यू.
And then you work accordingly.
ओके मैम. एकदम सर. थैंक यू मैम. थैंक यू सर. इस चीज़ का बहुत अच्छा आंसर मिल गया. सर कोई प्रपोजल नहीं था बाय द वे. ठीक है सर. So like ma'am, so you are the like head of the department of C3A. Yeah. So you have called like very valuable guests. So like in that sense, like how do you feel like your students can get a network to them and just skill up something or work on them, like by contacting them or getting some knowledge from them? Like how do you feel that?
Okay, let me tell you something, Om.
Yeah.
These things happen through networking. Okay, you need to have the right network, and when you have the right network, you have to pitch in whatever it is that you want to do or you are contemplating. Now, for me, PR has never been public relation. PR has always been personal relation. I mean, PR is never only public relation. It's more of personal relation. So, these people who come as guests, they are my personal friends. Now, this is something you have to build up over a period of time. It's not just you go to somebody, say, hello, hi, I am somebody from this and that, and this is what I want from you. Can you come to my college and meet my students? That is not how things happen. First of all, you need to understand it has to be a give and take. Mutual. Yeah. What is it that I am bringing on the table, and what is it that person
getting from the table?
Yes. What is it that person bringing on the table? So it has to be mutual. Please understand, from the student's perspective, I think India is, like, as an economy, it is growing aggressively. We are no more a developing nation. We can call ourselves we are a developed nation, and very soon we will be at par with the superpowers of the world. Okay. In such a situation, networking is going to be the key.
Absolutely.
We will not be fighting wars the way we used to fight in the times of the Rajas and the Maharajas. It will be more cerebral. It will be more about wars. Information. It will be more about, like I said, cerebral. So networking is very important, and that is how you network. You do a lot of study, you do a lot of research about the person, and then you really put forward your case. That what is it that how you can be mutually beneficial. That is exactly how I have created my network.
Got you. So we have like very good opportunities in
absolutely
this thing.
So when these guests come, you are free to interact with them, but before you do that, you have to understand what are you interacting, what are you going to say, how you are going to say. It does not matter what you are doing, it does not matter how much you are doing. What matters is how you are doing.
How you are doing, exactly. The
all
way.
Right? Yeah. Absolutely, all of that matters. So when you go forward to put forward your case, you really need to be prepared.
Absolutely. Got you.
That's the bottom line.
Okay. So थोड़ा interesting part में आते हैं. So like आप लोगों के like जो professional life चल रहा है like colleges में जो भी कुछ, तो उस पे अगर हम लोग कोई reality show बनाए, so उसका नाम क्या हो सकता है? Ma'am, what about you? Like आप क्या रखेंगे नाम?
Well, I am not really used to such googly kind of a question. I will not be able to.
Okay. So,
sir, I pass it on to you.
Yeah, you have time, sir. तब तक आप दे दीजिए थोड़ा.
क्या चाहते हो? एक रियलिटी शो चाहते हो हम लोगों से?
हाँ, like आपके नाम, suppose आपके ऐसा college life का एक reality show, like the way you like take classes, like hang out with your friends, like the faculty members and all. तो उस हिसाब से देखा जाए तो क्या नाम हो सकता है आपके reality show का?
The Dawn.
The Dawn.
ऐसा कोई शो है?
नहीं सर बना सकते हैं ना, सर का पर्सनालिटी हिसाब से.
So I don't want any show's name to be repeated on my show. It's a very original show.
I got you, sir. Copyright सर ले सकते.
मेरा है.
एकदम सर.
और मेरे टेबल पे जाके देखोगे तो there is a certificate also. The Dawn of the department. From the students. From the students. They given it to me on Teachers' Day.
Great.
So they say that I'm the most beloved Dawn that they have met.
That's very cute, sir. That's
so the show's name should be The Dawn.
Okay, sir. So मैम तब तक like आप क्या सोच सकती है?
नहीं, कोई रियलिटी शो नहीं. मैं जब बच्चों को देखती हूँ in the classes and the way they move around like free radicals, मेरे को एक ही शो या फिर एक चैनल याद आता है, and that is Cartoon Network. कि किसी everybody is clueless कि वो क्या कर रहे हैं, क्यों कर रहे हैं, ये क्लास में जाने से क्या फ़ायदा है, what is the learning that I have taken today. Everybody seems clueless.
वो तो समझ
So I
सकते
can,
हैं। मैं भी रहता हूँ कभी कभी, मैं भी हूँ।
So I can, that's all I can say.
ओके मैम, एंड लाइक अब तो अब डॉन से तो अब क्या ही मैं बोल सकता हूँ, तो सर आपसे तो डर के हूँ मैं भी। अब ये क्वेश्चन और आंसर का सिलसिला तो चलते ही रहेगा, लेकिन खुद को पास होते हुए भी देखना है। तो अब इस मज़ेदार और नॉलेजेबल पॉडकास्ट को एंड में आते हुए मैं आप लोगों से यही चाहता हूँ कि आप लोग अपना प्यार और अपना अटेंशन हमारे पॉडकास्ट पे थोड़ा दे, एंड वॉट एवर एल्स इट इज़, प्लीज़ कमेंट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन कि क्या आपको अच्छा लगा और आपका होस्ट आपको कैसा लगा। सो thank you very much sir, thank you very much ma'am for coming here.
Thank you, lovely talking to you.
Absolutely, it
Yeah.
was brilliant.
It was brilliant.
Thank
We
you.
loved it very much.
Thank
Yeah.
you for
Thank
giving your
you.
time. Yeah. So here is your host and those signing off from SNU Amplified. Thank you.
We can't be altered. Our love's to make